Got a new valve. I got it in. Seats very nicely, and put a little grid under it. Spun it around for a while and cleaned it up, so make sure it's seating well. It's a $14 fix. A whole lot of work for a $14 fix. Head's ready to go back in with the new valve, and these guys have to go in with the head because they will hit the frame if you try to put them in after. So what I've done is I pushed them in to where they almost reach the bottom, and then hold them in place with paper towels, and then I'll grab this whole thing and put it back in, and hopefully this won't scratch the top of the head or the gasket. Time for the torque wrench. I'm going up 5 pounds at a time, starting in the middle. This is 25. The center ones are 38 foot-pounds, and then the ones on the outside are 29. So these out there, 25. Heard it click. There it goes. Okay. That's done. Done. All right. I'm working my way out from the center here. This one. I started at 10. That's 25. 25. 25. Okay, the 6 in the middle are set at 38, and the outsides are set at 29. Is according to the specification. So I'm going to go away and let this rest for about an hour and come back and check it again, because I want the gasket to seat down and go ahead and compress a little bit, make sure everything's tight when I get back. Alright, starting to come back together. I got the cams in. One note is before you put the cams in, put these two oil pipes back in. And an interesting note is these two oil pipes are not identical. They're actually mirror images of each other. And you got to get them back in the right place. They will fit in the other side if you turn them around. You just spin this around to that side, it'll fit down there at the other end, like down here. But however, if you look, there's a brass screw at this end, or a brass colored screw, and a black screw at this end. You got to get those right, because this one's longer, and if you put it down here, it'll feel like it's tight, but if you look, you can actually see a gap, so that you're not actually sealing this up. So you're going to have an oil leak here if you don't get this right. So when you take them out, mark them where they go. The brass colored screw goes in the front, towards the front of the bike, and the black screw goes towards the back. Okay, these guys are still peeing on the floor. A little bit better, but even with the new float needles, it's still. And I heard about this trick from a guy that's repairing lawnmowers. Put a little Q-tip with a little plastic polish or rubbing compound, and put it in and chuck it up in a drill like this, and stick it down in here. You don't have to do it for very long. That's old brass, and I think if I clean that out, it'll be nice and shiny. Yeah, it's a little cleaner down there, kind of shiny. And look what that got out. Okay, everything's back in, and I think I've done everything right. I may have to tighten this back up. I forgot I had to loosen a little bit to get the valve cover in. What else did I forget? Shit, I think that's it. Okay, put some gas in here. You gotta set the phone down for 1 second. That should be enough gas to get her started. Ooh, yeah. Okay, whoop. Let's go. Hey, hey. Got an oil leak. Looks like I lost a bolt right here. So that's spitting oil out. And got a lot of loose stuff. And old oil that's smoking off. But that sounded really promising. So we'll go find that bolt. Alright, just finished sinking the carbs. And it's idling at around 500. About it's almost out of gas. Alright, just put some more gas in it. Idling around 1100. And give it some throttle. Sounding a whole lot better now. The carbs are sink. Dead on. I'm done. I am done for tonight anyhow. Got a whole lot more work to get this plastics on, and I gotta put all that stuff back in there. Whoever owned it before me, I don't know what they were doing back there, but most of the electronics are loose and just floating about in there. So, but engine's solid. It's sounding good, and carburation is good. So tonight I'm done.